Yo, do y'all see my orchids? They died. It's done. It's not orchid season no more. Hopefully they'll start blooming again soon. Don't laugh at my stem. It's bald, okay? This is what your edges will look like if you don't detangle properly. Okay? If you just wild out. Don't wild out. Take your time. Be gentle. Treat your hair like fine lace, baby girl. Detangling. Detangling is something that's super important to me because it's one of the things that you have the most control over. You can't control how quick your hair grows, how thick each strand is. You can't control none of that. What you can control is how you move and manipulate your hair. And detangling is a part of that process. And it's super important to the styling process as well. So let us go ahead and talk about it. So first of all, I don't use very many products from Diva Curl, but I do use this. It's the Wash Day Wonder. It's a pre-cleanse slip detangler. Now I bought the big bottle because that's what was available to me. I had to buy it from a salon that's nearby me actually. And I really like this stuff, but I typically use it like if my hair is in really bad shape. This is not something that I use every single time I detangle my hair, and that's simply because for the most part my hair stays mostly detangled because of how I style and part my hair. But this is something I use like if things are looking a little crazy, okay, if things are looking nuts, or if I'm scared, I will use this. I also use this even if my hair is not super tangled, but if I know I'm about to do a wash and go, because it detangles. It has so much slip, but it also really makes your curls go, oh, I love you, we love each other, oh. It does all of that. So that's why I really like this stuff. It is, to me, kind of expensive. I think the smaller bottle is $30. Guys, this is a 32 ounce. This was $60. I know you can get it at Ulta, and usually most hair salons that are like Diva Curl certified have them. But I do like this stuff. Oh, what I will say though about this, the reason I don't use it all the time is because you have to shampoo it out according to the instructions. Now I've used it once before and I didn't shampoo it all the way out 100%, and it worked really well. That was one of my better wash and goes, but I typically like to follow instructions. If the people them say, oh, wash it out, because next thing you know, next week you don't have no hair because you left this stuff in, right? I don't know. But yeah, that's the reason I don't really like it. And because I have so much hair and because washing and detangling and all that stuff takes too long already, I'm not trying to add any additional time or steps to that unless I absolutely have to. So that's that. Wash Day Wonder. And then I don't have any right now because I use it all the time and I'm in the process of trying to clear out my beauty cabinet. So I'm using whatever else is under there, but whatever. For me, a shampoo that I really like that is helpful when it comes to detangling is the Camille Rose Ginger Cleansing Rinse. And what I like about that is that it gets my scalp really clean, but it doesn't actively tangle my hair like some shampoos that Suds will, or that Sud will. But it definitely aids in detangling. Like, so once I put it in and I start rinsing it out, like once my hair is all lathered up and I'm ready to start rinsing it out, and I put my hair underneath the water, it's very easy to me to detangle, especially if I've just used the Wash Day Wonder. So that's my shampoo. I don't really use any other shampoo, to be honest. I mean, I use other stuff, but to me it's not worth mentioning. They're not my favorites. I know I did talk about the Curls shampoo from the Green Collection. That one is like iffy to me. It's like sometimes it has a lot of slip, like makes my hair feel literally slippery even after I've washed it out, to the point where I think I still have soap in it. But then there are other times when I put it in and that's just not my experience. So I haven't quite figured that one out just yet. But that one is another one that you can try out for you if shampooing is something that you want to do. We don't want to shampoo, but if you want to help yourself detangle with the shampoo. Next, I don't use regular rinse out conditioners. I told y'all that before. I'd rather use my deep conditioner as a rinse out conditioner, or I deep condition every week. So in between that, I'll use deep conditioners to, like I said, as a regular conditioner, leave it in for like 5 or 10 minutes while I'm in the shower. But one of my favorite deep conditioners with lots of slip is the TGIN Honey Miracle hair mask. This is a good deep conditioner, period. Like, that's why I like it, but it has the added benefit of having slip. So same thing, when you apply it and you go to rinse it out, it's just like butter, baby, butter, baby. And when I detangle, I don't like put it in my hair and typically try to detangle while it's in there, because by the time I get to conditioning or deep conditioning, my hair is mostly detangled, because my shampoo, I either pre-pooed with the Wash Day Wonder, or my shampoo helped me to detangle some of that already. So this doesn't usually require a lot of effort, and this just makes it super easy. Honestly, by the time I get to deep condition, I'm mostly finger detangling, because it's easier for me and I lose less hair, and most of the time I'm wearing some kind of a wash and go variation, so I don't want to disturb the curls by brushing them out and making them separate. But this stuff is really good for clumping again, and lots of slip. The other deep conditioner that I really like that has a lot of slip is the Camille Rose coconut water penetrating hair treatment. That one, it smells good, and I mean, what can I say? Slip, 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 slip. It has slip. Like, that's what I use. That's one of my favorite deep conditioners to use. It's really hard to come by, because I told you guys, like, I'm pretty lazy and I like to buy things that I can pick up off the shelves in stores. I've seen it in Ricky's. That's usually where I buy it here in Miami, at the Ricky's on South Beach. Yeah, but you can also get it on their website, I suppose. Leave-in conditioners. Now, this is arguably the time when detangling is the most important, right? Because you're about to jump straight into your style, right? So if you're about to do a twist style, or you're about to do your wash and go, whatever, you need that. You need it now more than ever. So one of my favorites is the lemongrass leave-in conditioner from Alake Naturals. I really like this stuff, and what I like about it is that it not only gives you sweet smelling heaven, right? They also do a really good job of bringing your curls together, clumping your curls, and then also obviously, like, it's super light. So if you have like fine hair or thin hair, or your hair gets weighed down easily for whatever reason, this stuff is really good, because it's not like super creamy, it's not like greasy, it's not anything like that. It's like, to me, I call it like yellow water or something, because when you spray it out, it just kind of like disintegrates. I don't know, it just disappears, and I like it. It feels like water, you know. Whenever if I'm doing my hair out of the shower and my hair starts to get a little dry, when I put this on, it feels like I wet it with my spray bottle that has just plain water in it. So good stuff, good stuff. And then this one is new for me. I actually just bought this one a couple weeks ago. It's the Jane Carter Curls to Go Untangle Me Weightless Leave-In, and I actually got this at Ross or maybe TJ Maxx, and it was only like $6 or $7, and I love stuff that I can get for the low, because hair products are very expensive. And you can almost always find this stuff at TJ Maxx or Ross or maybe even Marshalls if you go there. So, but it's this stuff honestly has more this has slip like if it had like if it had like flax gel. If anyone's ever used flax gel, you know, you put flax gel in your hair, it like immediately gets super slippery. The bottle says that it hydrates, detangles, and reduces frizz, and it has mango butter, slippery, excuse me, oh, that's what the Migos said, right? I don't know. Mango butter, slippery elm, and marshmallow root. But it definitely detangles, that I can say for sure. But when it goes on, it does like, it's thick. It's like almost, it's a little like tacky, like, but it does go on really smooth. I use it when I'm braiding my hair or braiding my boyfriend's hair. And then of course the Camille Rose coconut water leave-in. That one is a staple for me. That is something that I typically always have in my beauty cabinet when it's wash day, but they've taken it off the shelves at Target, and I have not been to Ricky's in a while, so that is why I've been out of it for like 2 weeks or 3 weeks now. The coconut water leave-in is also really light. It's still heavier than the Alakain Naturals lemongrass leave-in, but still won't weigh your hair down. And I've even used that as like a pre-poo or like to detangle on days when like I'm not really gonna shampoo my hair, but my hair needs some attention. So I'll use the coconut water leave-in to detangle outside of the shower, rinse it out, recondition, and go about my way, just to help, because that's really how great it is. Really all this stuff is really good. I wouldn't be telling you about it if it wasn't. That's why I'm making a whole video about detangling. So those are the products that I use for detangling. How fun. Let us talk about tools. Oh no, I forgot one. Okay, the Design Essentials. Ew, what's that? Yeah. Okay, the Design Essentials almond and avocado detangling leave-in conditioner. This was actually one of the first leave-in conditioners that I found to be super detangling. Like, this is the one that inspired me to keep trying different detangling leave-in conditioners. It smells really, it smells really good. To me, all these products are equally acceptable. They kind of are side by side in terms of, if I had to rate these from like most slip to least slip, I'm gonna say the Jane Carter Curls to Go, most slip, like actual physical slippery, this stuff. Then I can't do this, I can't rank them. Okay, I'll say the Curls to Go, the Design Essentials almond and avocado, and the Camille Rose coconut water leave-in are equal when it comes to making your hair easy to detangle and slip. Those are my favorites for leave-ins. Okay, like I said, the Alakain it does work really well for detangling. I really don't know how they do it, because I wouldn't describe it as having slip, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. This is really magical, honestly. And again, like, this stuff is cool because it doesn't leave your hair feeling like anything. Just hydrated, really. So that's that on that. So now I want to talk about the tools that I use, because if you're not a finger detangler, jazz hands, jazz fingers, finger detangler, and you do prefer to use combs and brushes and what have you, that's okay too. You know, it's really about what works for you. I do a combination of everything. It depends on how much time I have, what I feel like doing, and the style that I'm going for. But something that I bought a year ago at like a natural hair show, it's the Cosmology, okay? The Cosmology detangling brush, okay? Let me get up close so you can see. So this is the Cosmology Detangling brush. They have 2 other products on their line. One is like a pick and one just looks like a rake comb. But I got this one because this one, in my opinion, is more for thick hair, not necessarily long hair. It doesn't have to be long, but like thick and dense hair. And what I love about this thing, like this is really like my new favorite, is that I can literally just detangle my hair in 4 sections. And because my hair is so thick, I need the extra length of these teeth. And even the way the teeth are designed, like they're all different sizes. So you got some short, some long, they stick out. I love this because I can just do my hair in the 4 sections. This is good for me when I'm doing like bigger braids and I don't really need my hair to be super smooth in like super smooth all the way through, because it's just not necessary. But this thing saves me so much time. I mean, so much time. And I'll use this. I honestly, I use this all the time. Like, I don't detangle my hair without this anymore, because I'll usually go in after with something with smaller teeth to smooth it out if that's what I'm looking for at the time. But I can't. This is genius. Whoever came up with Latoya Stirrup and her sisters at Cosmology, y'all did that. This is great stuff. I'm not kidding. I've been using it since December, so it's been like 4 months now, and it's everything. And some of the other things I like about it are that it's plastic, but it's a very smooth and like shiny plastic. So once you have one of your detangling products in there, it smooths super easily. Now, I would not recommend using this on dry hair because the bristles are not at all flexible. They're hard. To me, you have to do this on wet hair, and it is probably best to start from the bottom and move your way up, and make sure you have something in your hair, whether it's a conditioner, detangler, your shampoo, just something. But make sure your hair is wet. Don't use this on dry hair, in my opinion. Next, I have my good friend, the Tangle Teaser. And the Tangle Teaser was what I was using before I discovered the Cosmology brush. And I really like this because when I'm doing my twist outs, it really helps me to smooth each section. Like, so once I separate the hair that I'm going to be twisting, I like to use this to really like smooth out the hair. And make sure it's really neat. Before I had the Cosmology brush, when I would use this, I would not be able to do the full section, the full like quarter section when I was detangling, but I got pretty close. It's only because the teeth aren't not nearly as long, that I wasn't able to really do the whole section. But what I love about this is that the teeth are flexible. You can see like my teeth have bended. The teeth are flexible, so it's not gonna pull your hair like if you have knots. If you have any knots, it's really just gonna be like, it's gonna skip them, you know? You're gonna have to go back in and do it slowly and really specifically and pay attention to those knots. This does not rip your hair out at all, and that's why I like it. And honestly, I like this better than a Denman brush. I only recently modified my Denman brush because I wasn't having the same experience that I see other people talk about, and I figured it's because my brush wasn't modified. So I modified it and I still don't like it, so I don't even use this, okay? I haven't used that thing in over a year, over 2 years, 2 years really. I don't use the Denman brush. I use the Tangle Teaser and my Cosmology brush. Another trusty favorite is the good old-fashioned rake comb. I wouldn't really describe this as a wide tooth comb because the teeth are really close together. This is actually a comb that my mom gave me. My mom has had this comb since like the 90s, and it's one of my favorites because the teeth are long, and again, that really lets me get through the thicker sections without too much drama. I have since ditched this for this, but this is still very good. If you have one of these, just use it. It works really well for me. This the teeth on this are a little bit more flexible than, let me see. Yeah, you can see the teeth on this are more flexible than these, because these it doesn't move. It's not going anywhere. The teeth on these are flexible, which is helpful, but because it's in a comb form, it really doesn't matter. You know what I mean? When you're combing, it's not, you don't need flexibility. It doesn't really matter. But this is good. And then the paddle brush. This is cool if you don't care about losing too much hair. I would say of all of the tools that I've shown here today so far, I lose the most hair with this one, but it's quick. This is very quick, and because again it's flexible, so it doesn't, can you see that? Well, you know what these are like. It's flexible, so it doesn't it's not as bad. It's flexible, but it's not as flexible as the Tangle teaser, right? So this one is more likely to rip out any little knots that you have. You know what I'm saying? But it is quick. So if you don't have like lots of knots in your hair and you do just want to go ahead and get that done quickly, this is a decent choice. But I would say of all the tools that I've shown you, this is probably my least favorite in terms of preserving your hair and not breaking your hair, because that's the point of detangling safely. I don't really have anything else to add. Thank you so much everyone for subscribing. Like, thank you. Like, thank you so much, and for liking the videos. You guys have been really encouraging to me, to make me feel like I need to be consistent and regular with the videos, because I don't want you guys to forget me. As always, thank you so much for watching. I'll catch you guys next time, where there may or may not be a giveaway. I'm giving y'all something, okay? So stick around. Make sure you're following me on Instagram at Dr. Karina B. Use code Karina15 on allocatednaturals.com to save yourself some coin when you go in there to buy this and anything else that you like. Thank you. Thank you so much.